people that it could be going to hell because we can't preach Jesus. And it will come to that position. The economy. We've talked about the economy. We've talked about the military, gun control. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't have the right to bear arms, we might as well throw all our arms in a ditch, cover them up, because we will be rendered as people toothless. One of the reasons why countries stay away from us is that, they may have pockets where they try to destroy us as far as the terrorists. But one of the reasons why countries and governments will not try to overrun us is because of the right of the people to bear arms. Has nothing to do with whether there's a lunatic that buys a gun that shoots up people. As it's been said, it's not the gun that shoots people. It's the lunatic. Well, let's get the lunatic off the street. Let's get those people that are predisposed to kill other people. Let's arm ourselves in order to protect ourselves from the lunatics that are out there just wanting to shoot us. We cannot allow a government to disarm us for some sort of greater good. What greater good is there except for the continued of the oppression and the suppression of the people that they can now do because they've rendered the people defenseless? Look at communist Russia, look at Japan, look at North Korea, look at Russia, look at Germany, look at Cuba. The only people that have guns are those people that want to oppress others, that want to take others out because they're inferior somehow. And I'm being serious. They believe other people are inferior. Deplorables? Does that sound familiar? So we have somebody that believes that half of another political candidates are deplorable and unredeemable. Ladies and gentlemen, you tell me, and I want you to think about this, you tell me what the actions of the candidate, of the President of the United States is going to be when they're talking about deplorable and unredeemable people. You're talking about Germany all over again. You're talking about Russia all over again. You're talking about Russia all over again. They have the right, because of their political correctness, to take other people out because they think, according to what the government says, their political correct attitudes, that these people need to be taken out. They need to be put in their concentration camps. They need to be murdered because it's for the greater good of the whole. Seriously? Security, open as opposed to closed borders. I live in the Middle West. Within the Middle West, we have 79, we have 71, we have 77, we have 70 that's going across, we have 80 going across, we have 90 going across, we're close to 65, we're close to 64. We're close to different turnpikes. Open borders. So people wonder why there is such a problem with heroin in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. It's because of the ability of the freeways of this country to bring the drugs right up into the Midwest in order to be dispersed across the rest of the country because of the intersection of all the freeways within the United States, within Ohio, within Indiana, within Illinois. Something to really think about. Wherever you're going to have a major freeway, you're going to have the ability to move merchandise across the borders into the heartland of the United States. So where do you stop it? Do you stop it at the borders of Ohio? Do you stop it at the borders of Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana? What country? Or do you stop it at where it's going to get into the United States and Mexico? Maybe Canada. But the Canadians are suffering the same problems as we are as a nation. Not only open borders on land, but also open borders at sea. Open borders on our airplanes, bringing things in, ships bringing stuff in. One wants open borders. One wants everybody to come in and we take care of them. We use our money to take care of them, give them food stamps, give them housing, give them sanctuary cities so they can kill us and then go back in, be deported, go back, come back. How secure do you feel with open borders? How do you feel about the influx of people that you don't know? Hey, look, I understand that back in the 1600s, the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s, even this first and second 20 and 21, there are people coming here that are oppressed, wanting religious freedom, want freedom against the oppression of their governments. But there has always been a process. Now the process is being circumvented by executive order, where the president is circumventing the Congress, circumventing the Constitution, circumventing the legal, the legislative, the judicial, circumventing by the demagoguery of executive orders that are not legal and that should be repealed. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand right now there is an executive order that the president can marshal every single resource of every single person? We're talking about the seeds of a dictatorship, which when this happened, people are saying, oh, that's not going to happen. He's not going to do that. That's not going to be something. But that executive order is there. It needs to be repealed. I don't care who thinks, what personality is going to use it or not do it. It is a threat to the security of our country, a security that could be threatened not by another country, but our own legal system, our own elected officials. We're electing officials that could ultimately control the United States by just simply saying that we are in a state of war. Simply because we're on a war on something, we get to marshal all your resources in order for this to happen. We need to wake up. We need to see our trade. Our trade is completely against us. It's sapping our resources. We're paying money out, but we're not receiving any money. Our exports are seen as, it's based upon the dollar. If the dollar is weak, then we're going to get more in. If our dollar is strong, then, we're not able to export as much. When in the world did the United States fall into this trap that they would be victim to the rest of the world. Are we one of the most prosperous nations still on the earth? Yeah. But we're giving it away. Do we want to give away our ability to be able to self-sustaining? Do we want to be in a position where the dictates of the world infringes upon our freedom? Not only have we given away our military power, we have disarmed ourselves, we also have subjected ourselves to the United Nations that can basically determine world law. And we're a part of this. Not only are we a part of it, ladies and gentlemen, we're paying for it. We're paying almost 75% of the United Nations to park themselves here, to go to Geneva, where there's global law, where that global law circumvents and at times goes completely against the laws of the United States. What country do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a country that protects itself, is nationalistic, or globalistic like Hillary Clinton wants? Where do you want to live? Where do you want to stand? Do you want to stand with a strong country, a country that will protect the rights of people, not only in this country and in others? Do we want to stand in a country that has a strong military that can support people that are allies to us? Or do we want to go into this, to muck up countries and then stand back and go, well, I don't understand why they hate us. We apologized again and again for our ability to not get along with the rest of the world. Do you realize that's what we've become? A country that apologizes rather than protects. Our military created the internet. Our internet has been given away. Our domain names, all this, Barack Obama gave away. Something that was developed in the United States, as a lot of other things are, he gave it away. So there's another tooth that's been pulled from the mouth of the United States to protect itself. Now we have hackers reaching into our country, showing, our underwear to the world, getting so much information that they can use in order to blackmail politicians. Where's our nationalism? They're now hackers have the ability to pull the sheets back, pull the carpet up, and see the garbage and the dirt that's underneath it. So now we don't have politicians that that are trying to establish the law of the land, trying to establish the United States as a power to be reckoned with. We're running around trying to pound the nails into the carpet so nobody can pull it up. The final thing, the free course for worship. We are sacrificing morality. We are sacrificing our morality for the expediency of political correctness. How can we ignore morality to do